Paul, 3 changes to your team today. Talk us through it.
Listen, I'm just trying to get the balance right. We're constantly, and I know I'm annoying myself, the fact I keep repeating myself, that we are trying to do everything to get the blend right. Now, I've spoke about conceding goals at one end and no being clinical enough at the other, so the negative of the day is exactly that, no taking our opportunities when they come along. I think we had several, and they're no half chances, they're proper chances, so we need to change that definitely, and that needs to be better. Today, the main positive is the fact we've kept a clean sheet and gave ourselves every chance to win the game. Frustrated that we've no won it. I think to a man, people will see that I think we deserve to win it. I do think we should have won the game today in tough conditions. But the clean sheet's massive for me, and if we can give us that foundation to keep creating the opportunities, and they'll turn into goals. We can't keep creating that many without them turning into goals. We'll continue to work on the training pitch to keep making that better and try and find a wee bit more composure in front of goal. But the fact that we've managed to create so many opportunities is pleasing. But it's still points dropped in my opinion ultimately.
That was the thing. By my account, I think there were 6 good chances in the match, 4 of them that were exceptionally good, but you have to say that Brett Long has been in inspired form today. Four big saves from him.
Yeah, you could argue that, definitely. And I mean, don't get me, I'm taking nothing away from him. He was exceptional, and his save, especially the one for Mikey Ruth, I think it's so opportunistic that you're surprised that even he sees it. It's a brilliant effort for Mikey and a brilliant save at the death. One for Decky, I've not seen back, so I don't know. One for Mikey, another good save, but I need to see them back to see if they've made them more savable than they maybe need to be. But no, all credit to him, he did have a really good performance, and frustrated the life out of us in the end. But again, the bottom line is it's a clean sheet, and it gives us a foundation now, hopefully, to build on. I thought we looked more solid as a team, and it's something that we're looking to be better at as the season develops, definitely.
Hall and Dixon came back in today as your centre half pairing for the day. Obviously pleased with that clean sheet, but how do you think they did today?
I thought they were both fine. They were both pretty solid. I think just at the end when we're pushing for that goal, they get the opportunity. Big Russell McLean is unlucky. Paddy makes a decent save, albeit savable. And other than that, I can't think of them having any other opportunity or Paddy having another save to make. So pleased with that. Pleased obviously that Paddy gets his clean sheet, and Leon, Gary Muller and Stevie Hetherington were a big part of that clean sheet as well today. I just thought we looked more a team, because we've been spirit-wise and things has been pretty good, but I just felt we looked a bit more structured than we have done in recent weeks.
One thing that caught my eye watching it today, just as a casual observer, was I noticed Charlie Telfer seemed to play a lot further forward today, and he seemed to be involved in a lot of the positive moves that Falkirk had. Yeah,
again, and it was just that wee change in shape as opposed to the 2 and a 1. We gave Charlie a wee bit more freedom to get forward and more a 1 and a 2. So I think I said during the week that we need to find a way to be more direct once we get beyond that build, and that was part of it. They two then getting up in support of the wide ones or the striker and going beyond a wee bit more. So, and I think that was evident as well. We did try and get in behind a wee bit more than we have done in recent weeks. So I think it was a good working week, and I think that's kind of showed today, other than the goals.
You mentioned the fact that you were pleased enough that we created enough chances and eventually the goals will come. What do you think it's going to take to Falkirk to find that clinical edge to give you those goals that you're after?
I think it's just repetition. We need to keep working at it. I think I'd be, if I was stood here not creating chances, I'd be a lot more concerned. So that the fact that we are creating them's pleasing. Again, I'm not getting away from the fact we've drawn here when really we should have won the match, but I'd be a lot more frustrated if we weren't creating those opportunities.
The fans were asking, is there any injury update on Callum Morrison? We appreciate it's going to be a few months at least, but can you give any kind of update on his progress, and Ryan Williamson as well, please?
They're progressing fine. Ryan had a very slight setback, just fatigue in the groin. We thought it was maybe a wee bit more than that, and we thought maybe he would have made the bench. this week, but he hasn't. We're hopeful it's not a huge setback, and we're fingers crossed we'll see him on the training pitch this week, with regards playing some part hopefully next week. Callum Morrison's still got a bit of work to do. I mean, his recovery and everything's going great. He's sticking to the procedure that's been asked of the specialist, and it's a wee bit how long's a piece of string, in all honesty, Lewis, unfortunately. But in terms of the initial rehab and everything, he's been back to see the specialist. He's pleased with the way things are going, so it's just we just need to keep him on that path, and hopefully it's sooner than we hope.
And just finally, Paul, it's Broadwood next week. Your thoughts?
Just, I mean, every game's a tough one. We've seen that for the first 11. We need to start winning football matches. There's certainly no getting away from that, and the sooner we do that, the better. But I enjoyed us today. I enjoyed us as a team. I seen a lot of good today that's pleased me. I'd just like to say I'd really appreciate the fans today as well. I thought they were great, and I get it's been a really tough time. It's been a tough week for the club. Everybody involved with it, them included. We all get their frustration, but their support today was appreciated, and it does give us a boost. I mean, there's no getting away from that, and I understand we need to give them something to give them that boost, but to hear them applauding the players out, applauding them after the game, we are 0-0 at Peterhead when arguably they could be frustrated with that, I was pleased with that, and it was a real boost for us. It really was.
Well, as always, thanks for your time.
Thanks, Lewis. Thanks very much. Cheers.
Magic.